Here it is, the purchasing power of the women.
Oh, I thought it was 1.8.
Women and global spending. $31.8 trillion in global spending every year. That's what women control.
And they're so oppressed.
Yep. Women make up more than half of the U.S. population and control or influence 85% of consumer spending. Purchasing power of women in the U.S. ranges from 5 to 15 trillion annually. Mm-hmm. Women control more than 60% of all personal wealth in the U.S. They purchase 50% of traditional male products, including cars, home improvement products, and consumer electronics. And approximately 40% of U.S. working women now out-earn their husbands. Where's the wage gap?
Yep. Well, there's going to be a huge divorce gap because if they're out,
Yeah,
these
that's,
women are
I was just gonna say
outproducing their husbands.
If they're outproducing their husbands, where's the alimony?
Yeah.
I want to see some palimony.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Well, that's exactly it. The whole dating across are up, and now that they're up, he's down, he's out.
Mm-hmm. But now there's a shortage of marriageable men because women have delusional expectations longer than Ron Jeremy.
Oh, my God. I mean, I looked at some of those articles that were written in regards to some of the stats they got from the dating apps.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit. Wow. Like, I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, they're what? Like some size 18 out there who is probably a 5.5 out of 10 can doll herself up to a 7 and somehow thinks she's going to be able to lock down 9s and 10s and get these huge fucking cash and prizes paydays.
Yeah.
It's not fucking going to happen.
And it's getting worse now that these, like Sports Illustrated and Victoria's Secret, that they're putting all these morbidly obese heffalows, Transformers are winding up on the covers of these things that they used to be reserved for
men.
Feminine. Well, no, the people on the covers used to be feminine women that men desired.
Well,
now they don't even care about that.
And part of the problem here is that it's not just society telling these women, "Oh, beautiful at any size." Well, that also comes with health risks, and it's not actually healthy. But sure, but it's not just that.
Yep.
It's all these women on all these social media apps where every simp mangina on the planet's going, "You're beautiful, you're wonderful, I'd love to be with you." Yeah.
Please touch it. I haven't seen pussy since I was born.
Yeah. Listen. There comes a time in every dude's life where he's just going to have to look in the mirror and go, hey, I'm fucking up.
Yeah.
And I hope a lot of these men that are simping out come to that rationale here soon.
I sincerely hope so.
I would hope so.
I mean, everybody has their own preferences and standards. I think where men tend to fall short in that category and perpetuate this problem is that when we're not getting it, because it's not a psychological need, it's a physical one, even more so than a psychological one. Like, we need to discharge our love and shoot hot hug all over somebody, like clinically every 72 hours when we're like between 13 and 23. So, and if we haven't gotten it in a while, people that we wouldn't ordinarily look at, they start to look good. It's just like what a 2 at 10 is a 10 at 2, right?
We call them deployment 10s.
Yeah. And because men are not shallow, we'll take the hit. It's like a Vespa, like we'll ride it. We just want to make sure our friends don't see us riding it.
Listen, in Iraq,
it all feels the same with the lights off.
There was a lot of women who,
unless she's 400 pounds,
there was a lot of women who were like 4 or 5s.
Yeah.
And they were like the camp queens because.
Well, yeah, because they're approachable.
They were banging everything. It was insane.
Like, dudes think that, well, I don't have to worry about it with her because she's not that good looking. No, the chicks that aren't that good looking, the average ones, dude, man, they get more hot dogs thrown at their holes than a trash can at the ballpark.
Now, I literally had to sit on top of our prison block with night vision to watch one of my soldiers go on his little pussy escapade in the middle of the dark.
So there was like a live action Paris Hilton sex tape.
I literally, because I watched, across the whole compound was the other cell block over there, and had a big hole blown in it.
Is this the woman or the cell block?
Well,
Okay,
it was hard to tell.
Both.
So I watch him leave. I get in the Humvee. I roll over there. and I'm waiting outside the big blown out hole for him to come out.
X.
And I'm really like, oh, you bastard. So he comes walking out, and I'm like, hey, so what's going on? Oh, nothing. I was just visiting a friend. I'm like, okay, get in the vehicle. And this is what I explained to him. I said, I know exactly what you're doing, and I want you to imagine on the face of your beloved daughter, that woman's ugly fucking picked the meat off the ugly fucking tree face.
Oh, God.
You have to deal with that forever. So this is what's going to happen. I'm saving you from yourself. You are no longer going to do that. And if you continue, I will have you dig a fighting position every fucking night to keep you busy so you don't go out there doing stupid shit. And guess what?
Hey, Pop, she was still a 4, though, right?
She was totally a 4,
she's
yeah.
between a 4 and a 5.
I'd still give her a 4.
Hey, man. But the funny thing is, about 2.5 years ago, I ran into him, LA Fitness.
Oh,
He's now a radiologist making like $250K a year.
Okay.
And I really like, do you really think you would have
Nice.
this job and the opportunity to do this if you knocked up that crazy fucking nurse? He goes, yeah, nurses are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I literally saved his life.
Yeah. You don't mess around with nurses. I mean, you can mess around with
No.
nurses, but you double bag it.
Well, yeah, I can't really argue with that one.
They get around on and they get off on the idea of injections, if you know what I mean.
It's not good.
Nah.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.